And hello, everyone. Bo Williams in the WATE 6 Near Sides newsroom, getting you up to date on what's happening outside with traffic. We like to do this each and every Friday. We're so glad you're with us. Obviously, it's a game day. It's the only home game of the season as far as the month of October is concerned for the Volunteers. They'll be taking on Arkansas this weekend. So we'll take a look at game day traffic. Also, kind of show you a place you can go to find where to park if you're new to the area. Maybe this is the first game you've been to this season. We'll kind of get you up to date on that. We'll be taking a look at current conditions around the area. A lot of people coming into town for, obviously, the game with the Razorbacks. And we'll be taking a look at some projects coming up next week. We've got some road closures, lane closures. Not a lot of new projects, but just enough that could cause you some issues as you're getting around. And as always, we do like to take a look at gas prices. So we'll take a moment, get you up to date on how things are standing there in case you need to fill up. And we're going to take a look also at McGee Tyson. Parking, if you are going to be flying out, I want to get you updated on what to expect, show you why you need to leave early and why you need to definitely take a moment and take a look at their website. But first things first, let's talk about what's coming up this weekend. Of course, the Volunteers in town are going to be taking on Arkansas, and we've got a lot of information for you on our website at WATE.com. You got some game day traffic changes around Neyland Stadium. You can find this story, again, right here on our website, but this will kind of walk you through right up Peyton Manning Pass, Philip Fulmer Way from Cumberland Avenue to Lake Loudon Boulevard. And we will be closed starting at 5 a.m. to get to the stadium and get inside. So definitely get to the stadium and get inside. So definitely take a moment, take a look at that. We've got you covered. We've got so much for you there on our website. Again, kind of getting you ready ahead of tomorrow. And again, we haven't had a home game here in a little bit. So, again, that will definitely kind of remind you, refresh everything for you as far as what you need to know heading out. So just something there to keep in mind. Think about that as far as game day and what's going on there. We are going to be taking a look at what's happening with traffic right now around the area, and going to be heavy out on the interstates. Right now, no accidents. We had some emergency road repair a little while ago, but that has now since been cleared. They've dropped that alert. We'll come back to this toward the end of our broadcast here and get you up to date as you get ready to head out the door on what to expect. But no accidents being reported right now. We'll take a little bit of a wider look here. And again, everything moving along. We're going to see those slowdowns the closer you get to Knoxville. It's Friday. It's the end of fall break, and you've got the Vols in town, right? And it's beautiful outside. So kind of keep that in mind. But we'll continue to watch this for you. But we will check back with this coming up here in just a little bit. All right. But we do want to talk about some projects that are going to be going on coming up for you here around Knoxville and East Tennessee. And we're going to focus on Knox County first and foremost. And I-275, we've had 3 weekends out of, well, we'll say the last 3 or 4 months where they had to actually shut down 275. That's over with, but work still needs to continue on I-275. So I-275 north and southbound, we're talking the entire stretch of 275. So here it is for you. Matter of fact, let's see, we'll take the cameras out here for a second so we can look at the map a little bit better. But here's 275. So here's the interchange with I-40. There it goes, kind of winds its way up toward the 640 interchange. But again, I-275 between 40 and 640. Watch out for nightly lane closures. We're talking from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Crew's going to be out there. This is really the final roadway and bridge work activities, all connected with those closures that we had for off and on through the last several months. We'll bring the cameras back in here for the railroad track crossing not far from that Amherst interchange, and that's where those crews are going to be focusing a lot of that work. But that's going to start up at 7 o'clock next Friday, and then it'll be wrapped up by 6 a.m. on Monday. But it is going to cause issues for weekend travel. So we'll remind you again next week, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it throughout the week next week, because this will tie up some traffic and really throw you off for your weekend errands that you need to run. But again, that's not this weekend. Next weekend, 7 p.m. Friday, the 17th through 6 a.m. Monday, the 20th. So, again, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind that that's coming up for you there in Knox County, out on the west side. And one other area we do want to touch on here real quick, we're going to go to Jefferson County here for a moment. All this information, by the way, coming to us. TDOT sends us a pretty extensive list of projects. A lot of them are projects they've been working on. We're going to touch on some that are either brand new or still fairly fresh. Maybe you haven't run across it yet. But in Jefferson County, again, you've got crews working. It says here, beginning Monday the 13th, State Route 113 will be closed in both directions near the Leadvale Road intersection. This is just south of White Pine. So we're going to zoom in here. Here's 113 for you. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Leadville kind of runs just south of that area, runs between 32, which is also 25E, and 113. But here is where they're already working, but you're going to have closures. And again, that's going to start on Monday. This section of road will be closed in both directions. Near this intersection, crews are going to be working on a bridge replacement project. Again, this is just south of the White Pine area. As a matter of fact, we have been out there. We've been doing some stories on this to kind of get you ready on the project that has been happening. This is some video that we shot. You can still get through there right now, but as of Monday, no, and there's the bridge that they're working on. It's not a huge bridge. It's one of those that sometimes you might drive over it and not even realize you were on a bridge. But again, beginning on the 13th, just kind of keep all of that in mind, that this is going to be going on. So just something to think about for you there as this project is going to be happening. And let's see, it's going to run. Well, let's see if it gives us an end date here as we kind of go through. Looks like, obviously, this will take, it looks like December 15th. So about 2 months is what we're going to have to put in as far as this project is concerned, and how long it's going to last. And if you want to read more about it, we've got the information for you here on our website. Caleb Preck did a story on this about a week ago. It's up there on our website. You can kind of refresh yourself with the closures. It'll also kind of walk you through some of the areas to help you kind of get around this area. So if you live in the White Pine area or around White Pine there in Jefferson County, keep all of that in mind. But there will be signage to kind of direct you. So if you're trying to get to I-81 or I-40, there will be signage there to help. Up near the Tennessee-Kentucky line, 263, Knoxville at 273, Nashville 274, and Jackson out in West Tennessee right now at 280. So again, if you're going to be traveling around the state, that's should give you a better idea of what to expect as you're going to be heading out and about. Now, we do want to bring in here for a second. Let's see here. There we go. Take a look here. This is the AAA's fuel prices for you right now. I want to take this full for you. So again, you can kind of see the lay of the land, and really, and we always say this every week, the darker the blue, the better as far as lower gas prices, right? The darker the red means you're on the high end. So, you know, obviously if it's a faded blue, faded red, you're kind of in the middle there, and white is right smack dab in the middle as far as prices are concerned. But when you take a look at East Tennessee, you do see a lot of dark blue and light blue, which is some good news for you. We do have a couple of counties, Granger at 281, Hancock at 279. Those are some of the higher areas where you're going to find higher gas prices, I should say, in East Tennessee. But when you take a look at Knox, as we mentioned, around 276, 277, if you round it up. Sevier County at 271, Blount County 266, one of the cheaper areas right now. Monroe is at 270, 274 for Loudoun. If you're going to Anderson County, heading up toward Oak Ridge, look to pay somewhere in the neighborhood of 267. And again, these are averages, right? Okay, so you're going to find a little bit above, you're going to find it a little below, so just kind of keep all that in mind. We'll scroll down here for a second, and it breaks it down even more so when you look at the state prices, and we'll just focus on regular unleaded here. 271, the current average, as we mentioned. Yesterday was at 272, so we are down about a penny. A week ago, we were at 277, so we're going in the right direction, right? And usually this time of year, we do see prices start to fall. I know we have fall breaks, so there might be a little bit of a little more demand than usual, but for this time of year, but it's not really impacting the prices that much. 281 a month ago, and then 286 a year ago, and those are the state prices. Now we'll continue to scroll down, and let's pull up Knoxville for a moment here, and we'll kind of see how we're doing as far as trends right now. We'll click here, and again, as we mentioned, around 273 for Knoxville for regular unleaded for our average price. Yesterday we were at 273.6. Today we're at 273.2. So if you know, ever so slightly a drop there, ever so slight. A week ago, we were at 275, so about a 2 penny drop from a week ago. 283 a month ago, so down a dime from this time a month ago. And a year ago, we were at 277 in the Knoxville area. But again, this is a great tool for you to kind of take a look at how things are stacking up as far as gas prices. And again, if anything, you can kind of get an idea of how things are shaping up there when you look at the state. Let's see if we can back this up. I don't know. Well, no, let's see. I was going to say we'll take a look at the states around us here, but right now, as far as Tennessee, we should be doing okay. Here, real quick, let me pull this up for you. This is on our website, WATE.com. This is our gas buddy, and this really gets specific as far as where you can find some of the lower prices if you need to fill up around the Knoxville area, and you can zoom in on some of these. You can click on some of these spots. It'll tell you right there the Casey's at 287. This is south of town there along Chapman Highway. Here at 255, you can see that's the Gas and Go. Let's see, that's up on near Shad Road in that area. So a great tool you can find on our website. All you can do, you scroll, you can zoom in, zoom out. We'll get you the latest on gas prices in your area. Maybe you're out west, but you need to head up to the north side, and you're thinking, well, do I need to fill up here? Or do I fill up when I get maybe to say sections of North Knoxville? We can kind of give you an idea of where you're going to find the cheaper gas, and you will be amazed. Certain areas, especially many times at South Knoxville, where you can find some better prices on gas as far as filling up. But even a spot here east of town, 259. Where is this? Triangle Food Market on Boyd's Bridge Pike. So that's 259 there for regular for a gallon of gas. But check that out on our website. It's WAT6 Gas Tracker. Find cheap gas near you. Nothing says it better than that. That is for sure. So again, check that out, and we'll try to help you out there when you are filling up. Okay, if you're going to be flying out here soon, I wanted to show this to you. Alcoa Highway traffic's great. Where you're going to see the delay is when you actually get on the airport property. Okay, because obviously they're doing a lot of construction there at McGee-Tyson. And I just wanted to show you this real quick in case you are catching a flight. Take a look at the parking capacity. There's not a lot of spots. Right now, the garage is 99% full. Terminal Lot A, 91%. Lot B is full. Lot C, the economy lot, and you're going to have to walk a little further, but right now it's pushing 85% capacity. So I would strongly urge you to take a look at the website if you are catching a flight. If you're picking somebody up, there's the place you can park. It's the cell phone lot. They'll give you a call. You can pull around and pick them up. But if you're actually flying out, or you want to get out and meet somebody as they're walking through the gate and coming into the terminal area, this will save you some time. All right. So Alcoa Highway won't slow you down too much, but this could definitely slow you down and drive you crazy as far as trying to find a place to park there at the airport. It's fall break. There's a lot of people traveling right now, and so a lot of those parking areas are near capacity, if not already at capacity. So keep that in mind. All right, stay with us. We're going to take a look at conditions right now out on the roadways. We've got that for you coming up in just a moment. Everyone, Bo Williams here in the WAT6 Near Side Newsroom. Again, we are talking about traffic around the area. We've walked you through some of the projects coming up. We've taken a look at game day traffic, where to park tomorrow for the Tennessee-Arkansas game, where you can find, as far as prices, walking distance, how long it's going to take you from point A to point B, in case you are not a regular visitor to Neyland Stadium. And also, we're going to take a look now at how things are shaping up right now out on the roadways. So let's bring in the TDOT SmartWay maps for just a moment, and no accidents right now, but we do have some heavy traffic for you. No big shock here as we're going to zoom in on a few spots. First of all, we've been watching this throughout the week. Heavy traffic for you, at least they're showing right here on I-75 northbound. We're going to click on one of the TDOT SmartWay cameras. Southbound traffic, though, you could probably roll your window down and talk to the person next to you. That's how slow traffic's moving through there. So keep that in mind. You will see some delays. We'll back this up a little bit. Looks like we're also seeing heavy traffic. This is back near Gallagher View. So the backup's a little further back than what we usually see as far as when traffic gets this slow. So it is really starting to slow down westbound. Eastbound, though, looking okay coming in. And sometimes you never know. The day before a game, it can get slow eastbound. But right now, it's westbound traffic that we are really starting to see some of the bigger issues. Out near Paperville, heavy traffic still westbound, moving a little bit better than it was, say, out near Lovell Road and I-140. but it is heavy traffic, and that's just going to, sooner or later, they're all going to get a lot of truck traffic through there, and you can't get around it, and it's really going to slow things down. So that's eastbound 40, heading up into the mountains near Hartford right now. We're already seeing some pretty significant slowdowns for this weekend. So people coming into town for fall, for the game, people maybe heading home for fall break. From their fall break. So just a lot of traffic through the mountains this weekend, but right now we're already starting to see some delays there. All right, that's going to wrap things up for us. Hopefully we've answered any of your questions. You've got a better idea of what to expect come game day if you're heading out on the interstates here shortly. I don't want to slow you down too much. Don't forget, if you ever have any questions, you can always email us. There's my email. You can always shoot us a question. You can also call TDOT 1-833-TDOT-FIX. That's 833-836-8349. All right, have yourself a fantastic weekend. Be safe out there on the roadways, and we will do it all again next week. Take care.